Imagine this. You're walking down the street and you see a brand new sports car shining under the sunlight. Instantly you think to yourself, that person must be rich. But what if I told you that this conclusion was driven by a mental shortcut? A shortcut that often leads to errors in judgment. Welcome to the world of Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, where the hidden forces behind your everyday decisions are finally revealed. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll understand how to hack your mind and make better decisions, avoid mental traps, and ultimately lead a more successful life. Chapter 1. The Two Systems in Your Brain. Kahneman's groundbreaking work breaks down human thinking into two systems, System 1 and System 2. Think of them as the fast and the slow brains. System 1 operates automatically and quickly, with little or no effort. It's the part of your brain that quickly reacts when you see a red light or hear a loud noise. It's intuitive, emotional, and often unconscious. System 2, on the other hand, is the slow, deliberate, and analytical part of your brain. It's what you use when you're solving a math problem or deciding which career path to take. The key lesson? Most of the time we rely too much on System 1. While it's great for quick decisions, it often leads to bias and mistakes. The next time you're about to make a snap judgment, ask yourself, am I using my fast brain or my slow brain? Chapter 2. Cognitive biases, the mind's blind spots, the mental shortcuts that can lead you astray. One of the most fascinating biases Kahneman explores is the availability heuristic. This happens when we make decisions based on how easily an example comes to mind, not on actual facts or statistics. Think about it. If you hear about a plane crash on the news, you might suddenly think air travel is dangerous, even though statistically it's far safer than driving. Another bias, the anchoring effect. Let's say you're shopping for a new TV. The first price you see, even if it's way higher than what you'll actually pay, will anchor your expectations. Your brain starts comparing everything to that initial number, making you more likely to overspend. These biases cloud your judgment in ways you don't even realize. Recognizing them is the first step to avoiding them. Chapter 3. The Illusion of Control. Here's a tough pill to swallow. You're not always as in control of your decisions as you think. Kahneman introduces the concept of the illusion of control, where we overestimate our ability to influence outcomes that are actually driven by chance. Ever heard someone say, I have a feeling today's my lucky day? Or, I just know that stock is going to rise. These are perfect examples of this illusion. Understanding that randomness plays a huge role in life can help you make smarter decisions. Instead of thinking, I'll win the lottery because I'm feeling lucky, you can invest your time and energy into actions that are actually within your control. Chapter 4. Prospect Theory. Why we fear loss more than we value gain. Now, let's dive into prospect theory, one of Kahneman's most famous contributions to psychology and economics. It's all about how humans perceive risk and reward. Have you ever wondered why losing $100 feels way worse than gaining $100 feels good? That's loss aversion in action. According to Kahneman, we tend to fear loss more than we value gain. This insight is crucial for everything from investing to negotiating. For instance, when you're bargaining, framing your offers in terms of avoiding loss rather than gaining benefits can be much more persuasive. Understanding how prospect theory works can give you the upper hand in high-stakes situations. Chapter 5. The Planning Fallacy. Why we always underestimate time and cost. Next up, let's talk about the planning fallacy. Ever taken on a project, only to realize it took twice as long and cost twice as much as you originally thought? Kahneman explains that we all tend to be overly optimistic about our abilities to get things done. We underestimate obstacles, time, and even the resources required. So, how do we fix this? Simple. Always add a buffer. Whether it's time, money, or energy, add extra padding to your estimates. If you think a project will take a week, plan for 2. If you think it'll cost $100, budget for $150. Learning to beat the planning fallacy will save you from a world of stress and unmet expectations. Chapter 6. How to use thinking slow to your advantage. So how can you apply thinking slow in your life? One key takeaway is to know when to slow down and engage System 2. When you're faced with a major decision, whether it's choosing a career, making an investment, or resolving a conflict, don't let System 1 make the call. Pause, reflect, and analyze the situation from multiple angles. By doing so, you're less likely to fall into the traps of cognitive biases, the illusion of control, or the planning fallacy. It's not about always thinking slowly. After all, System 1 is useful and necessary. The trick is knowing when it's time to take a step back and let System 2 take over. Conclusion: master your mind, master your life. Daniel Kahneman's Thinking, Fast and Slow teaches us that our minds are not as logical as we'd like to think. But here's the good news. By understanding how these two systems operate, you can improve your decision-making and gain more control over your life. The key lessons are simple. Identify when you're relying on mental shortcuts. Recognize your cognitive biases. And when it really matters, slow down and engage your analytical brain. So, the next time you catch yourself jumping to conclusions or making snap judgments, remember, you're in the driver's seat. Master your mind, and you can master your life. If you found these insights valuable, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for more deep dives into powerful ideas. Leave a comment below on how you plan to use these lessons in your life.